A few weeks ago, I made a video talking about some wild glitches from the Generation 1 Pokemon games that you may have not heard about before. Well, that video was a ton of fun to make, and you guys seemed to enjoy it, so I've decided to do it again for the Johto games. Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal weren't quite as notoriously broken as the Gen 1 games, but they do still have plenty of interesting glitches within them, and that is what we are here to cover today, so let's get right to it. Believe it or not, there's actually a way in the Gen 2 games to control the shininess of a wild Pokemon, albeit within a very specific situation. It's actually possible, using a glitch, to turn any wild Ditto that you might come across into a shiny Ditto. This is accomplished by having a shiny Pokemon already that knows the move Transform, i.e. another Ditto, a Smeargle who learned the move via Sketch, a Mew, etc. Upon encountering a regular Ditto in the wild, if you send out your shiny Pokemon with Transform against it, the opposing Ditto will of course transform into your Pokemon. However, it will also adopt your Pokemon's moveset, including Transform, and if the wild Ditto uses your Pokemon's Transform move while already transformed, it will then become shiny itself, at which point you can proceed to catch it. Another glitch involving Ditto can actually cause other Pokemon you are in the process of catching to become Ditto instead. If a Pokemon that is capable of using Transform in some way, such as with Metronome or Mirror Move, uses it and then the player proceeds to catch that Pokemon, the opposing Pokemon will actually become a Ditto upon being caught instead of the Pokemon it originally was. This could even have caused Mew to become a Ditto, which would have been disastrous for anyone trying to catch the mythical Pokemon, but luckily this was avoided thanks to Mew not being able to be caught in the wild legitimately in the Generation 2 games. Speaking of catching Pokemon, the calculations that are involved in that process were pretty broken in Gold, Silver, and Crystal, particularly and unfortunately with the brand new Pokeballs the games had introduced. For instance, the Moon Ball was supposed to have a higher chance of catching Pokemon that used a Moonstone as a part of their evolution process, but instead, due to an oversight, it increases the chances of catching a Pokemon that evolves with a Burn Heal, which still to this day is not an evolution method, meaning the Moon Ball is nothing more than a regular Pokeball in the original Johto titles. Additionally, the Love Ball was also introduced as a way to increase the likelihood of catching Pokemon with the opposite gender to your own Pokemon, with gender being another new mechanic introduced in Gen 2. Consequently, however, this is not how the Love Ball actually behaves in the games, instead only having a heightened likelihood of catching Pokemon with a gender that is the same as your own Pokemon. It wasn't just the new Pokeballs that were having trouble here though, because normally when you inflict a status condition on a wild Pokemon, like Poison for instance, it is supposed to increase the catch rate of the wild Pokemon in question. However, thanks to an oversight, poisoning, paralyzing, or even burning a Pokemon did absolutely nothing to increase their catch rate in the Generation 2 titles. Pokeballs weren't the only items in the games that had problems though. The Full Heal and Full Restore items are supposed to cure any and all status elements currently affecting the Pokemon they are used on. However, if an opposing trainer attempts to use one of these on their Pokemon, they won't be so lucky. The Full Heal item will not cure confusion or alleviate the effects of Nightmare if used by an opponent, and while the Full Restore item will cure an opposing Pokemon's confusion, it too will not help with Nightmare, while both items will work just fine for the player and cure both ailments. There is also a way to level up a Pokemon from level 1 to level 100 instantly in Gold, Silver, and Crystal. All Pokemon have certain categories pertaining to how fast they gain experience, and if a Pokemon in the medium-slow growth category, who is at level 1, gains a particularly low amount of experience points, like under 50 for instance, but still levels up, the Pokemon's level will proceed to instantly jump from 1 to 100. One particularly useful glitch involves being able to obtain the maximum amount of money possible, which is 999,999 Pokédollars. However, it has only been documented successfully on the German version of Pokemon Crystal. It involves the guy who offers the tutorial on how to catch a Pokemon at the beginning of the game. This one involves a set of pretty specific steps, but basically you'll want to be in the Cherry Grove City part of the game right around when you battle Silver for the first time. At that point, you'll want to encounter a Weedle and have it poison your Pokemon. Then, you'll need to go back to Professor Elm's lab and white out due to the poisoning while in the lab, which should restart your game at the Cherry Grove Pokemon Center, so it's important you use it prior to performing this glitch. At this point, you'll need to catch enough Pokemon to fill up your party and a PC box. This is also important because this is what ultimately causes the game to glitch out. After this, you can have the man perform the tutorial for you, but when he tries to catch the Rattata, the game states that the PC box is full, at which point the battle will end after some glitchiness. At this point, if the player saves the game and does the tutorial again, the same thing will occur and the player will be left with a grand total of 999,999 Pokédollars, pretty much setting you up for the rest of the game and then some. During the video on Gen 1 glitches, I talked about a glitch that allowed you to walk around with a team of completely fainted Pokemon. Well, there is another glitch in Gen 2 that allows you to do the same thing, but also allows you to battle with a fainted Pokemon as well. If you can manage to get yourself into a battle where a sandstorm is in effect, and your Pokemon have also been inflicted by the move Spikes, you'll be set up to perform this glitch. The Pokemon that is currently in battle when the sandstorm is enacted will need to faint, and then you'll need to send out 3 more Pokemon in succession who also need to immediately faint due to the spikes. Upon getting to the 3rd and final non-fainted Pokemon in your party, it will be inflicted by spikes as well and reach 0 HP, but it will survive and the battle will continue as normal. From here, you will be able to walk around freely even though all your Pokemon have fainted, although any attempt to battle wild Pokemon or trainers will result in you being immediately escorted out of the battle. Moving along though, there is also a glitch that allows you to obtain multiple of 1 TM, which is extremely useful in Gen 2 as TMs could only be used once at that time. In Pokemon Crystal specifically, after defeating Claire and receiving her gym badge at the Dragon's Den, if the player whites out due to damage from poison at this time, they can then return to the Blackthorn Gym and get the TM for Dragon Breath from Claire. However, from there you can then return to the Dragon's Den, and by standing directly in front of the door to the Dragon's Shrine, Claire will appear and give you yet another TM for Dragon Breath. As I said before, this can be useful in the Gen 2 games, but especially so because it can allow you to teach this move to more than one of your Pokemon, ultimately giving you more of an edge against Johto's champion, the Dragon Master Lance. Yet another transform-related glitch from Generation 2 also involves the move Sketch. If your Pokemon transforms into a Pokemon that knows the move Sketch, and then uses the move Sketch, your Pokemon will permanently learn the sketched move, even after reverting from its transformation. This can obviously be used to teach Pokemon moves that they normally wouldn't be able to know, and can also be passed down to other Pokemon through breeding. Finally, we have a glitch that is rather infamous in Generation 2, but is also one of the coolest that it has to offer, because it allows you to obtain Celebi, when you otherwise wouldn't be able to, thanks to Celebi being an event-exclusive Pokemon in the original Gen 2 games. The glitch itself is known as the Celebi Egg glitch, and is pretty complex, involving other glitches as well as a specific set of steps to pull off, so this will be more of a general explanation, but it'll give you a good idea of how this glitch is performed. In order to start the glitch, you will need 5 Pokemon as well as a bad clone. A bad clone is a Pokemon obtained using the cloning Pokemon glitch, except more glitched out than normal. This Pokemon needs to be at level 0, needs to be a different gender than the Pokemon it was cloned off of, and needs to have a name made up of question marks or have an entirely blank name. Lastly, the player needs to obtain an egg that will hatch into a Pokemon that will know the move Beat Up as its third move. This can be accomplished by using 2 Sneasel with the exact same movesets that are also at least level 57, which is the level at which Sneasel learns Beat Up. The reason why this specific move is required to get a Celebi is because the move Beat Up shares the same internal index number with Celebi, that being 251. With all of these conditions in place though, you can perform this glitch by following this set of steps. You should have your set of 5 Pokemon from earlier in the party along with the bad clone, with your egg being in a PC box. Once this is in place, ask the daycare man to raise your bad clone and then immediately take it back. After doing this, the clone will become a glitch Pokemon whose name consists of 5 question marks. At this point, you'll want to place the glitch Pokemon at the top of your party and then withdraw another Pokemon from the PC using the Move Without Mail option, which will result in you having 7 Pokemon in your party total instead of the usual maximum of 6. Then, take the glitch Pokemon back to the daycare man and ask him to raise it, while afterwards returning to the PC to now grab your egg. First, however, you'll need to deposit your first and second Pokemon in your party, and then place the egg at the top spot in your party, again by using the Move Without Mail option. You'll also want to deposit the remaining 4 party Pokemon into the PC as well, and then to ensure you have at least 1 Pokemon in your party, withdraw another Pokemon that hasn't yet been involved in the glitch setup. This will then complete the general setup for the glitch, and at this point, once the egg hatches, it will become a Celebi. However, you'll need to go back to the daycare one more time and let them raise the Celebi for a couple of levels, because the Celebi will hatch at level 0 and be completely unusable otherwise. It's really cool that there is a way to trick the game into giving you Celebi, because it was one of the most highly rumored Pokemon ever back in the day in terms of how to get it, with none of the rumors being true, of course, so I'm glad that there's at least one way to get it without having to participate in a legit event. And those were some crazy Johto glitches. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Pokemon content all the time. You can also further support the channel by listening to my Pokemon remixes on Spotify and by watching my Pokemon Cardinal series here on YouTube, which is seriously a huge help and is greatly appreciated. With that said, I will see you all soon with another video, and until then, as always, thank you so much for watching, I love you all, and I will smell you guys later.